Yeah, we are going to start now. Okay, we will start from there further. So now, just to recap, what about your weight? Will it remain the same at different places on Earth? For example, on let's say the equator, at the pole, then when you go higher and higher on the mountains, will your weight remain the same or will it change?
Change.
Same.
Change.
Will change. Okay. Yes, it will change because weight, as we know, is force with which the Earth pulls the object towards itself. And since G out there is going to change, therefore force is also going to change, because force is mass into acceleration. Here acceleration is due to gravity, so it will be F into G. And since G is F equals to M into G, and since G is changing, though your mass will remain the same, your weight will keep on changing. Now let's look at the comparison. Okay, let's write down. If a person weighs, if a person weighs 750 newtons, if a person weighs 750 newtons on Earth, if a person weighs 750 newtons on Earth, how much would be his weight? How much would be his weight? How much would be his weight on the moon? How much would be his weight on the moon? If a person weighs 750 newtons on Earth, how much would be his weight on the moon? Given that moon's mass is 1/81, given that moon's mass is 1/81, 1/81 of that of the Earth, Okay. If a person weighs 750 newtons on Earth, how much would be his weight on the moon, given that moon's mass is 1/81 of that of the Earth, and its radius is 1/3.7, and its radius is 1/3.7 of that of the Earth. Radius is 1/3.7 of that of the Earth. Okay, so you have to find the weight of a person on moon. तो अर्थ पे उसका वेट दिया है, आपको मून पे उसका वेट ढूंढना है. Okay, moon का मास दिया है. Now see here, they have not given you what is the mass exactly of moon, neither have they given you the radius. They have just given you the ratio, 1/81 and 1/3.7. So we are also going to solve it as a ratio. It is going to be solved as an ratio example. So weight on Earth is 750 newtons. Now what is the ratio of mass? What is the ratio of mass of Earth to mass of moon? Mass of Earth to mass of moon. ME upon MM. ME upon MM. That is given as 1/81. This is given to me. Correct? This is given to me. Weight is also given, is 750 on, or you can say WE. W on moon, WM, we have to find out. W of moon we have to find out. Radius का भी रेशियो दिया है, RE upon RM equals to 1 upon 3.7. So this information is given to me. This information is given to me. Okay. Using this, I have to proceed further. So using this, I have to proceed further. With this information, I have to proceed further. So now I have got this. Weight on any person will be mass into gravity, that is small g, isn't it? Weight on earth equals to force with which the earth attracts the object towards itself, which is nothing but 750 newtons. Now, how is this found out? It is also as mg. This is also written as m, gravitational constant, gmm upon r square. Gmm upon r square. So 750, this is what we have. So using this, therefore, m equals to this m, bring everything else this side, will be 750 into re the whole square upon g into me. G into me. This is equation number 1. Now what is weight on moon? Weight on moon. Again, it will be weight on moon will be again how much? Here we do not know this. This we have to find out. Okay. So weight on moon will be m. G. Here this will be mm, mass of moon upon radius of moon square. Radius of moon square from the same equation I'm getting. Okay. So now if I take the ratio, what do I get? Or in place of this m, I'll substitute this. So this will become equals to g m upon rm square, और ये m की जगह पर into 750 into re square upon g m e. Okay, g will cancel, g will cancel. Okay, g will cancel, g and g will cancel. So I'll have 750. Okay, 750 and into re square upon rm square into mm upon me. Mm upon me. Okay, mm upon me. Now re upon rm. Re upon rm is 1 upon 3.7. So uska reverse, that is
3.7 upon 1.
एक ही मिनट रुको. What was that given? Radius and the earth, and its radius is 1.37 that of the earth. Yeah. So re upon rm is 3.7. This is what it is. So equals to 750 into 3.7 the whole square into 1 upon 81 into 1 upon 81. When you solve this, this comes to 126.8 newtons. 126.8 newtons, which is roughly 1/6 of 750. Roughly 1/6 of 750. entire thing. Please copy this. Then we are going to see free fall. I'm just trying to show you a video. I don't know whether it will work or not. And then we'll discuss free fall. पहले आप ये कर लो, तब तक मैं उसका R&D कर लेता हूँ.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Let's now understand what happens when two objects fall from a height. Okay. Let's say you have a tennis ball and you have a heavier ball. Let's say the leather ball. Okay. You have a tennis ball and you have a leather ball, which is heavier, and you go to the top of your building. Let's say it's a 13, 14, whatever, 12-story tall building. Okay. At the top of that, and you release both the balls simultaneously. दोनों बॉल को एक साथ छोड़ दोगे. एक light ball है, which is of tennis. Okay, the light tennis ball. The light tennis ball, and then there is a heavier leather ball. One is light, the other is heavy. Both of them are dropped simultaneously. दोनों एक साथ नीचे छोड़ेंगे. Which ball will reach the ground faster? The lighter tennis ball or the heavier leather ball? Which will reach faster?
Heavier leather ball.
लेदर बॉल
Heavier? अच्छा थोड़ा सा और easy कर लेंगे अपन. थोड़ा सा और easy कर लेंगे अपन. Let's say I take that plastic ball, not even that tennis ball. Plastic ball or a feather kind of thing. Okay? Something very light, like a feather. And I take a ball of iron. I take a ball of iron. And let's say you go to a very tall building. Something like, let's say, अभी तो नहीं जा सकते, अभी lockdown है. Otherwise, let's say you go to Eiffel Towers. Okay, and you drop both the plastic ball, which is very light, and that iron ball. एक साथ छोड़ दिया. जमीन पर पहले कौन सा पहुंचेगा? Which ball will reach the ground faster?
आयरन बॉल
Yeah, iron ball.
Iron ball.
The one which is heavier, isn't it? जो भी चीज heavy है,
Yes, sir.
वो पहले पहुंचेगी. That is what we believe. So let's see what actually happens. Okay, this experiment. Now, of course, it is assumed that the experiment will be done in a vacuum. Okay, so I'm going to show you a 4-minute video. Okay, I'm going to show you a 4-minute video. Please have a little bit of patience. वो जरा देख लेना एक बार. Okay, and then we will discuss. पहले तो ये बोलो कि आपको दिख रहा है या नहीं. मुझे तो वो भी नहीं पता आपको दिख रहा है या नहीं. Can you all see it?
No, sir.
नो सर
Why not?
Sir, we can see you, but not the screen share.
एक मिनट. अभी दिखेगा आपको. अब दिख रहा है ना?
हाँ, दिख
Yes
रहा
or
है,
no?
sir.
दिख रहा है.
Yes, sir.
Pay attention. They're dropping a bowling ball and a feather. Okay. Now, this apparatus or this thing that you're seeing, this is basically to create a vacuum, because to create a vacuum is difficult. So they're trying to create a vacuum. Can you hear what he's saying?
No, sir.
Okay. So basically, he's talking about creating a vacuum, how to create that vacuum. That is what he's talking about. So they, in a lab, they created this apparatus so that you can create a vacuum, which is theoretically not very possible. इतना आसान नहीं है. So they spent lots of time. The major this thing that they're going to show, they're showing, is about creating that vacuum, how that air is actually sucked out from that room. Okay, now here you're seeing the ball and feather, both are being taken up. ठीक है, दोनों ऊपर लेकर गए हैं, ball और feather को दोनों को ऊपर ले गए. There, as you can see, both are being taken upwards with the help of that pulley or trolley. Now, the air that is there has been removed. Right now, this was without the air being removed. Okay, this one that they showed you, the feathers are falling and the ball also fell down. The ball fell much faster and the feathers are falling much afterwards. है ना, ये देखो ये heavier ball था, so it shows you what happened. Now the next step that we are going to see is what happens to the same experiment. Now here they're going to conduct it in vacuum. The same experiment is now going to be conducted in vacuum. So as you're seeing, they're sealing the chamber. Okay. They're sealing the chamber, and now they're going to suck out the entire air that is present in that chamber. They're now going to suck out the air. The air is being sucked out. That itself was the major thing basically for them challenge to create a vacuum. That was the biggest challenge that they faced to create the vacuum. Okay. Now you'll see they have released both the feather and the ball. See what happens now. This is in vacuum. This is free fall in a vacuum when there is no air, there is nothing, there is no friction that is happening. So this is what happens as you're seeing. The heavier ball and the very light feathers. The heavier ball and the very light feathers. As you can see, this is in slow motion. But what happens is, there you see, both of them touch the ground at the same time. Both of them touch the ground at the same time. That bowling ball as well as the feathers, both of them will touch the ground at the same time. There it goes. It doesn't matter what is the weight, what is the mass of the ball or mass of the feathers. So under free fall, that is in ideal condition. Of course, now when we are outside, there it will not be the same because there we are not in a vacuum. So is this clear what happens in a free fall?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So this is how it works. Okay. So that's what was there. Now let's proceed with our exercise, our chapter. So are we clear? Did you all see that?
Yes, sir.
So as I said, both of them, irrespective of the mass, will reach the ground simultaneously, provided that there is no friction. In the first case, what was happening was the feathers were coming down later because of the friction or the buoyancy in air. Okay, they were floating in air. Okay, and that is possible only in a vacuum. Are we clear?
Yes, sir.
So write down what is free fall. उसका definition लिख लो. देख तो लिया आपने, लेकिन उसको लिखना भी तो पड़ेगा ना. एग्जाम में थोड़ी बोलेंगे मैं वीडियो बताता हूँ आपको. एग्जाम में क्वेश्चन आएगा तो नहीं बोले सर ने हमको वीडियो बताए थे, हम भी वीडियो बताएंगे. दैट विल नॉट वर्क ना. राइट डाउन. Whenever an object moves, under the influence, whenever an object moves under the influence of the force of gravity alone, whenever an object moves under the influence of the force of gravity alone, or you can say gravity of earth alone, under the force of gravity of earth alone, it is said to be falling freely. It is said to be falling freely. It is said to be falling freely. Okay. In free fall, of course, when you start, the initial velocity is going to be 0, and it's going to keep on increasing as you keep on coming down and down and down. Okay, that is due to acceleration due to gravity. But as we know, in the normal this thing, there will be friction due to air. Okay, and also there will be a buoyant force which will be acting on the object. But free fall is only possible in a vacuum. Total free fall or true free fall is possible only in a vacuum. So here the three laws, Newton's three laws that you had learnt last year. V equals to, what was that? U plus AT, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
So here U is going to be 0. Here U is going to be 0 and A, that is acceleration, will be due to gravity. Acceleration will be due to gravity. So let's first write down the earlier three laws that you know. V equals to U plus AT. What was the next one? S equals to
Half.
UT plus half AT square, na?
Yes, sir.
Correct or wrong?
Yes, sir.
And what was the third one? V square equals to U square minus 2AS, correct?
Yes, sir.
These were the three laws of motion which was given by Newton. Now here in free fall, U will always be 0 and A will be due to G. So V will become U chala jayega, so this will be GT. S, U is 0 into T will be 0 plus half A will become G T square and V square will be equals to minus 2 GS. So when an object is in free fall, these three will now become your equations of Newton's laws of motion. Okay. Now for calculating the motion, in fact this will be just GS. Now value of G or the sign of G will depend on the direction, because as we have said, acceleration is a vector quantity. Okay, so this will depend on the direction. If it is moving upwards, then acceleration will be taken as negative. And if the object is falling downwards, then it is going to be taken as positive. Okay, is that clear? If the object is thrown upwards, acceleration is negative. Okay, the magnitude of course will remain the same. Magnitude is not going to change, but the sign will change. So many times people do everything right, लेकिन उनका आंसर उल्टा आ जाता है, just because the sign was not considered, just because you did not take the sign into picture. Sign is important. You have to take the sign into consideration. Okay. So if it is moving upwards, G will be negative. If it is moving downwards, G will be positive. Let's look at few examples in numericals so that we get a better picture of this. I had thought that we will finish with this chapter today, but it doesn't look like. No problem. That's not an issue, even if we have to continue for one more day. Before I forget, I have sent you all the question for linear equation. You have to solve it at home and solve it today only. Please stick to the timeline. Try and finish it within that time that is given on the paper. Okay. Question लिखो, उसके नीचे answer लिखो. Yeah, that will be better. Now, if you are going to use multiple sheets, हर sheet पर अपना नाम लिखो, क्योंकि sheet lose हो गया तो कौन सा किसका है पता नहीं चलेगा. I'm not an handwriting expert कि मैं सबके handwriting match करके देखूंगा कौन सा sheet किसका है. Okay, so please write that also. हर sheet के ऊपर अपना नाम लिख दिया करो. That will be easy. On the long fullscape size paper you can write it. Okay, and send it, or you bring it, or send it with your parents, whoever, between 11:30 and 1. I will be at the class 11:30 and 1. I have also sent you the admission form. जिन लोगों ने वो भरा नहीं है, please fill that up. Take the printout back to back. 2 sheet है, पहला सामने की ले लो, पीछे उसी पर प्रिंट आउट ले लेना. Don't take 2 pages. एक ही पेज पर दोनों प्रिंट आउट लेना है, एक आगे एक पीछे. उसका प्रिंट आउट ले लो, आपका नाम, एड्रेस, फोन नंबर जो भी है वो उसके ऊपर मांगा हुआ है वो दे देना. नाउ मेनी ऑफ यू विल से सर 9th का मार्कशीट लिखा है, मिला नहीं है. दैट्स ओके, जब मिलेगा तब देना है, बाकी की चीजें फिल करके दे देना. ओके, मेंशन other things and send it. That also has to be given tomorrow between again 11:30 and 1 when I will be at the class. At other times I will not be at the class. So if somebody says मैं 2 बजे आया, मैं 2:30 बजे आया, I can't help it. Okay, 2-2:30 बजे अपना class रहता है, so I'll be back at the class over here.
Sir, we have to give it tomorrow or on Friday, the test.
बेटा उस पर लिखा है ना Thursday 25th of
Okay,
June.
sir.
Thursday
देखा नहीं अभी तक।
25th of June. ठीक है, कल देना है वो. सॉल्व आज ही
Okay,
करना है
sir.
आपको. आज सॉल्व करोगे तो कल भेज दोगे. Don't keep it for tomorrow. Okay, write down. Chalo, we have to do 2 examples at least today. Write down. An iron ball of mass 3 kg. An iron ball of mass 3 kg is released. An iron ball of mass 3 kg is released from a height of 125 meters. An iron ball of mass 3 kg is released from a height of 125 meters. From a height of 125 meters. And falls freely to the ground. And falls freely to the ground. Assuming that the value of G is 10 meter per second square. Assuming that the value of G is 10 meter per second square. Assuming that the value of G is 10 meter per second square. Calculate. There are 3 things that we have to calculate. Calculate. First one. Calculate. First one.
Sir, what is the value of G?
Time. Sorry.
What is the value of G?
10 meter per second square. 10 meter per second square. Calculate the time taken by the ball to reach the ground. Calculate first time taken by the ball to reach the ground. Time taken by the ball to reach the ground. Second, first was time taken by the ball to reach the ground. Second, this velocity of the ball on reaching the ground. 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 Third, the height of the ball at half the time. The height of the ball at half the time. The height of the ball at half the time it takes. At half the time it takes to reach the ground. At half the time it takes to reach the ground. At half the time it takes to reach the ground. At half the time it takes to reach the ground. Okay. Now what is given to us? We are given that the mass is 3 kg. The distance from which it is released, that is the distance it travels, S, is 125 meters. A, that is acceleration, which is due to gravity, is 10 meter per second square. And U, that is initial velocity, is 0. Okay. Now what we have to find? Time taken. So time taken, I can say, I can use V equals to U plus AT, but I don't know V and I don't know T. Both the equations, there are 2 unknowns in that equation. Using V equals to U plus AT, if I were to use this, I don't know this T, I don't know this V. There are 2 unknowns, so I can't use this equation. So there's another equation which involves time. Okay, that is S
is equal to
UT plus half AT square. S is 125 equals to 0 into T plus half into 10 into T square. Shift everything this side. ये तो 0 है, ये चला जाएगा. So it is 125 equals to 5 T square. 2 1s are 2 5s are. Bring this 5 this side. 125 of 5 equals to T square. that is p square equals to 25. Therefore, p equals to 5 because time cannot be negative. So square root hai, you don't need to say plus or minus 5. You can just say 5. So the time taken to reach the ground, that was the first question, isn't it? Time taken by the ball to reach the ground is 5 seconds. Then what is the velocity of the ball on reaching the ground? What is the velocity of the ball on reaching the ground? So here I'll use now v equals to u plus at. Of course, I can use the third equation, v square equals to, but why make it complicated when simple this thing is there? V dhundna hai, u is 0, a is 10, and this is 5 equals to 50 meters per second. V equals to 50 meters per second. Velocity of the ball on reaching the ground is 50 meters per second. Then third one, at half the time will be what? Half time
T divided by 2.
5 divided by 2, which is 2.5 seconds. Which is 2.5 seconds. You have to find the height. That means we have to find S. We have to find S. So again, I'll use the same formula. S equals to ut plus half at square. Half at square. U again is 0, so I don't have to bother with that. So this will be half into 10 into 2.5. This will, so 5 into 2.5, that is 12.5 meters. 12.5 meters. Sorry, this is square. My mistake. Sorry, square. So this will be 5 into 6.25. 5 into 6.25. 5 5 is 25. 31.25 meters. That will be the height. Now, this height is not the right answer. If you stop over here, this is not the right answer. The ball has started from here, it's coming down. The ball has started from here, it's coming down. 2.5 seconds mein, it would come only up till here, 31 meters. Balance distance you have to find out. It has traveled 2.5. The question is not what distance the ball has traveled. It is height of the ball at the time at half the time it takes to reach the ground. So at what height it is from the ground. So height of ball equals to 125 minus 31.25. Is that clear? It will be 125 minus 31.25, which is 93.75 meters. 93.75 meters. Likh lo, please. Excuse me.
Done, sir.
93.75 meters. There is one more numerical, but time is not going to permit us to do that. And then we have to see gravitational potential energy and escape velocity. All of this, I think, will require one more class. In one class, we should be able to do this. Not to worry. So when we meet on Monday, that time we are going to do this. By the way, once you all finish your maths paper tomorrow, there is another paper that is prepared for you, science. Okay, the chapter we did first, that is periodic classification of elements. Okay, so on that also you will have a test. Most probably I'll send it to you tomorrow itself. Once I get your maths paper, I'll send that paper to you, and you will have to submit it to me by Saturday. एक दिन का टाइम उसके लिए भी दे दूंगा आपको. Actually, you can submit it on Friday also. Not that difficult, but let's see. Otherwise, Saturday. So till here, any doubts, any queries, any questions? किसी को भी?
Sir, I can't see
No
the
doubt,
right
sir.
person.
नहीं है? ठीक है. So when we meet next, we will continue from here. Okay? Please go through this. कभी भी
Yes,
अगर
sir.
कोई डाउट डिफिकल्टी आती है तो पूछ लो. Even after that, if you have any doubt difficulty, you can ask later on, no problem. Then we'll see what is to be done next week. Either we'll continue with